yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right. I got to get a smoother transition for that. Oh god, check out the tan. Oh my god. I look like such a goofball with this goddamn tan. Hello, people. Hello, people. Welcome back to another neat and chill stream by your good friend Chad Marco. I hope all two of you are doing great, but you know how we do over here. Whether it's just me and a few of you, we are going to chill, we are going to have fun, we're going to talk, and we're going to have a nice discussion about different things. All right, so today, this neat and chills topic or theme is called Game Boy. So you guys know I got my new computer, right? I've been having a blast with it, just trying to see exactly what it can do. I've been doing shit. I've been doing everything from using emulate. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Real quick, hold up. Real quick, let me see. Uh, this is my first time streaming in 720p, so I'm trying to see if it actually worked. That okay? Oh, all right. So I do got 720 going. Hold up. Oh shit. We got technology now. Let me see. Yep. Oh boy. I probably could crank it up to 1080, but I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy. We'll make adjustments along the way. We'll figure out how far this thing can go, but we're gonna roll with 720 for now. But you guys know that I got my new computer. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been enjoying myself quite a bit, maybe a little bit too much. And I've done everything from emulators to PC games and whatnot. I haven't really pushed it. I think like the newest game I played or tried out was Sandland, right? Which is based on that manga by Akira Toriyama. That might be like the newest game that I actually tried out. Hold on, when did that game even come out? Let me see. Sandland. Hold up. Oh God. I typed in Sandman. Hold up. Sandland game. When did that come out? Oh, 2024. Yeah. So that's probably the newest game that I tested and played. But it's like an anime style game, so it's not like the most demanding game um, as sort of a benchmark test. But it's the newest game that I played on my PC, and it worked pretty well. So but again, we're still just trying to figure out exactly what I can do with this damn thing. Getting into playing games on PC and oh yeah, and welcome Gambo-san, welcome Kimosabi. But getting into PC gaming is it's kind of problematic, right? Because I've always been more so of a console baby. The most I've really done on emulator or on PC was playing like emulators, and usually it'll be like PS1 emulator or anything beneath that, right? Which is relatively easy to pull off. It's not very demanding. But now that I've been trying different stuff, like you run into different issues. Just for instance, right? So playing Resident Evil 2 remake runs fine, but of course I want to put my sexy mods up there. I want to put some sexy I want to put some sexy Claire mods up there to say the least. But the thing is, most of the mods or a lot of the mods were made before they did like this update where they added like ray tracing or something to the game. And so if you have the updated version of the game, all of a sudden a lot of the mods don't work. So those, that's kind of some of the problems you run into. Also, I noticed that when I updated my drivers, like at first when I started playing Dragon's Dogma, it worked very well. Then I updated my drivers, and then I had screen tearing, and then I realized, oh, now I got to activate VSync, right? So I got it working, but still, it was another issue. And Fallout New Vegas, I would love to play that, but it's another game that has a common issue where a lot of people run into like screen tearing and stuttering and shit like that. And you got to apply mods, you got to do this, you got to do that. And so that's kind of the problem with that I've noticed so far gaming on PC, and even with the emulator, like when you go above PS1, when you take that first step into like the next generation of emulators, um, it gets more challenging to get shit working, right? Like I would say with PS1 emulator, once you got it going, you can play most games. Like most games aren't gonna have like some extreme graphical errors or anything like that. But with PS2, you never know what you're gonna get. That's one thing I'm realizing. Like there are a lot of games that they might play, but they don't play very well. There are games where you got to kind of switch around what I forgot what it's called, the graphic settings a little bit. You might got to switch stuff around like that. Like for instance, when I play Super Dragon Ball Z, I got to use Direct 3D as the for the graphics. But when I play something like Resident Evil Outbreak, I can use what is it? I forgot the name of this shit. OpenGL or Vulkan. But if I use Vulkan, there's like this screen tear in the middle going diagonally, right? So basically it's challenging. And I remember when I used to browse V a lot, there would be debates between people who play on PC versus people who play on console. And that's one of the main gripes or one of the main attacks people who play on console would aim against the PC players, right? Was that, you guys can't play your games without having to fucking spend a whole day just trying to set it up and get it working right. And like, just for instance, I was doing a stream test last night where I was streaming Stalker. And now this is more so a personal issue with me because I don't like gaming with mouse and keyboard. And so I was trying to map the keys to my gamepad. And so I had to spend like an hour just doing that, right? And even then it didn't feel completely right because the game isn't optimized for that. It's not optimized for playing with a gamepad. And so, again, I'm excited about it. It's cool, but so far it's been kind of hit and miss, right? I have the power. I have the powerful computer here, but it's just the nature of PC gaming that sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get, when you're playing. It could be a new game. It could be an older game, right? A new game that's very demanding of your graphics card or whatever, or your CPU could play much better than an older game, right? Or much better than a game on a particular emulator. But, I think for me, a lot of it is just adjusting my expectations, right? Of just finding the games that work for me instead of trying to force games to work, right? Like as much as I want to play Fallout New Vegas, that stutter is just terrible. And if I can't figure it out, then fuck it, I'll play Morrowind. Oh man. But I gotta be careful too because I'm dealing with another layer of temptation here because my world is really opened up as far as like gaming is concerned because now for the first time I have access to a working PS2 emulator. And there are a lot of PS2 games that I either haven't played or games I've been itching to play and do playthroughs of, like a lot of survival horror games and shit like that. RPGs like Devil Summoner, digital, what is it? Digital Devil Summoner? Oh no, Digital Devil Saga. Is that it? It's an Atlas game. But yeah, I'm looking through that goddamn PS2 library, like, well, I'm salivating at the mouth, literally salivating at the mouth here. I'm always at the gym whenever you do these streams. Running on the treadmill for an hour always feels like a breeze with the stream. Damn, that's some weird timing. But I guess because I do it about the same time every week. Usually the Neat and Chill streams, for those who don't know, would be anywhere from usually Saturday or Sunday around 8 to 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. I'm trying to keep a schedule. And I'm bringing the Friday night gaming stream back, but it's going to be on Twitch. But now that I got my new computer, and this is the magical thing about it, I don't even hear it. I don't even hear shit. That thing is completely quiet. Oh man, that's so cool. Oh, it's so quiet in here. I'm not really used to that. Whoa, that thing is silent as hell. But yeah, I got my new computer, so I'm bringing back the Friday night gaming stream, and then the Neat and Chill stream would be Saturday and or Sunday. And I might do other streams throughout the week now that I got my hardware. I got a powerful piece of machinery here. I'm sure that's going to inspire me to stream a lot more. I was doing some tests on Twitch today, last night, and today actually, just trying to see how to get my streaming configuration right. Right now, I'm focusing on just figuring out 720p. Right, again, I'm not pushing it to the limit here, because I've been working underneath that limitation for the longest time. Right, so even this stream right here is just 720p, and I'm trying to figure that out for my gaming on Twitch. I've noticed so far, and again, I'm just doing 720p, that the streams obviously look better, but I'm still having an issue with like some blurriness, right? So like when I was playing Stalker, for instance, if I was standing completely still, then it would look perfect, right? But when I started moving, it would get a little blurry. And so I looked it up and I noticed people were saying like that's a common issue. Just one of those things where you got to figure out how to get everything configured. But it's something I gotta take the time to get the settings right and all that. But I feel like the sky's the limit, right? I'm so excited to finally be able to at least stream, in a respectable level of quality here. Those streams, like I enjoy streaming, but just knowing that it's below 480p, like who the fuck wants? It's 2024, and really 720 is going the way of the dinosaur. But I feel like that's it's still solid. It's still solid. Yo, Chad, can that PC handle VR though? I haven't tried VR yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. But just again, you got to remember, man, like I'm not used to having any kind of power. So I guess most people, they would buy something like this and go for broke, right? Like just let me go fucking get a, like, what's the, like fucking Elden Ring and right, max out the settings. But I'm a simple man, right, who enjoys simple pleasures. I've been stuck on a fucking PS1 emulator for years. And so for me, I'm working from the bottom and going up basically. And so I'm like, okay, PS1 emulator, we did that on the old one. Can this do PS2? And then it does PS2 fine. It's just that the nature of the PS2 emulator is just that it varies game to game. Some games run very well. Resident Evil Outbreak 2 runs very well. Super Dragon Ball runs well. I've only tested like a handful of. Obscura one runs very well. Rumble Roses, but then games like Beatdown, for instance, like it runs good, but there's like this graphical glitch where the people's clothes disappear. Right? It'd be little shit that just be off sometimes with the games. And what was another one? I forgot what game it was, but it was too blurry or something. But yeah, I'm starting from the bottom. Basically, I'm starting from the bottom and just trying to work my way up here. But eventually we'll figure out. The newest game I played was Sandland, and that ran pretty well. It ran pretty well. I didn't take a lot of time to adjust the settings and shit like that, but overall it ran good. And but I knew the main test I wanted was that Resident Evil 2 remake test. I was like, if I can do that, then I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable, right? So so far so good, but it's so much. And then like this thing has it's got a lot of space too. It has a 1 terabyte SSD SSD storage, which is like twice what I had on my other laptop. This one has 500. This one has a 500 gigs. This has 1,000. So I got a lot more room to play with. I was able to transfer everything from here, or just about everything, the most important stuff from here to the new computer. As painstaking as it was, I was able to transfer everything over, and still had still got plenty of room, and of course adding new things as well, things that wouldn't have fit over here. So um, yeah, it's got more space, and yeah, I'm. This is pretty much week one, right? So it came Monday, so this is week one with the new computer. The first 3 days was spent just setting it up, putting everything up there, and playing some games and shit. But now I got it. Pretty much the most important things are going, are running well. And this weekend has just been me testing out the streaming, basically, right? Twitch streaming. Now I'm doing my YouTube stream, and everything is going fine. We're going smooth here. The PS2 emulator just got a huge update that supposedly fixed a lot of errors, and it should be a lot smoother now. Let me go get that update. For real? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. If maybe I already have it. I don't know. Maybe I already have it. Let me just check. Let me check. I mean, don't get me wrong. It like overall it runs good. I just noticed that it can be hit or miss with different games. Like some games run perfectly, while other games seem to run like it'll be just something wrong with it. That's just what I noticed. But let me see if I'm updated. Do they have like a? Do they have a add games, controllers, network, and HHD? No, no, no. Stay there. Settings. How do you check for? Um, I'm not sure. How would I check for? Let me look it up real quick. Now you got me curious. Let me see. PSX2 update. Wait, so what version do I have? What's the 22 previous? No, all right, I already have the latest one. I got 202. Oh, but there's a okay, are you talking about nightly? I think the other one is stable, right? And so this one is nightly. Let me download this real quick. You should have never even told me this shit. Yeah, because I forget, that that's how they typically do it. They'll separate the stable version from like the newer versions that aren't quite stable yet. But where the hell did that shit download? I swear I just hit the download button, bro. Where the hell did that thing go? Couldn't download. Oh, virus detected. Hey. Virus detected. Why would it be a virus detected on that? Let me see. Why would it be a virus detected? Let's look it up. No, no, okay. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it's yeah, my computer won't even let me down. Damn, I feel kind of cucked here though. Like y'all just like, nope, I'm not gonna let you do it. I appreciate it, but shit, I don't know. Maybe I'll grab it in a bit. I can't figure out how to get my computer to let me download this shit. I feel cucked here. I'm in control. If I get computer aids, it's on me. I really don't. That would be terrible. Though. I just got this shit too. I'd be so mad if I got a virus. But this is the official web. This is the official PCX site. Like I don't. What about Firefox? Oh, so that was because I was downloading it, trying to download it through fucking Microsoft Edge. I'm gonna still scan this bitch though. Let me scan this damn thing. All right, Trojan script, Waka attack blim. I don't know. Severe shit. All right, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna delete this for now. Okay, start. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this for now. Let me see. Okay. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, I want to try it, but my antivirus is picking up that is. But that's weird because that's the official site. I'm sure they won't try to fuck with you like that. So it must be like a I don't know. It must be like a weird fact because sometimes the antivirus shit would be too sensitive, right? Like if you download like a bootleg game with a keygen, it'll pick that up and block it, even if it's safe. But I'll just check it out later. I'll check it out later because that's kind of yeah. You gotta I want to be careful. I want to fuck up my computer when I just got it. I'll just have to do some research on it. But yeah, that would be cool though. If it really is like that much more stable, then that would be cool. Hold on, let me just look something up real quick. Where is okay. Severe. Okay. So what is it called? It's executes the commands from an attacker. Okay. Oh hell no. Okay. Oh, I see. I wonder why Firefox let me download it, but they wouldn't let me open the RAR though. Yeah, I'll check it out later. I just want to see like what the file they got picked up. Like what is that? Oh, how can I know if Walk Attack Blimp is a false positive or is real? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Some people are saying this is a false positive. Okay. All right. I'll do more research on it later then when I can focus on it. But it seemed like it was probably a false. Yeah, I'm like that's weird because that's the official site. I can see if I went to the Pirate Bay, but I would get all kind of fucking computer aids. But yeah, I'll check it out later. That'd be cool though, if I because there are some games like Beatdown, Way of the Samurai. There were a few games that I was like, oh boy, yeah, I would love to do a playthrough of these, but they didn't run that well. I hate the feeling of setting up a game for ages, and by the time you're done, you don't even want to play anymore. Yeah, that's I'm already kind of experiencing that too, but I'm also just overwhelmed with just trying to figure out what I want to play. Period. Right? Because I got so many new possibilities right now, and I don't want to like. I'm already doing the Evil Within 2 playthrough for the gaming channel, of course. But now that I got this, I got to add something in. So, in fact, right now I've kind of decided on Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. I'm playing that as my first PS2 emulator playthrough. So I'll be uploading that in the probably coming into next week. So. But that's really the bigger issue for me right now is just like uh, I'm at extreme risk of having a ridiculous backlog if I don't laser focus in on just a few games, right? So I got Even Within 2, I'm playing Resident Evil Outbreak File 2, and I'm streaming Stalker, right? But that's more like just me testing out streaming and shit like that. But I love playing that game last night. That was a real vibe. But I gotta be careful because I don't like to play more than like two games at a time. right? But out of necessity, like just testing out so much different shit, right? Just trying to see what works and what doesn't. But then when you test it out, you want to play it. Like now, I kind of want to play Morrowind too because well, really, Morrowind was a game that even my old laptop could play. But I more so just downloaded that because I wanted it. You can't go wrong with having more the Elder Scrolls Morrowind on your computer. But let me see. What else do I have? Yeah, I really want to play Fallout New Vegas, but I cannot get that stutter fix going. Um, Fear and Hunger. I heard that's a weird game. I just downloaded that, but I got it laying on the side. But yeah, I mainly downloaded Resident Evil 2 just to put new mods up there. I wasn't really trying to play that. So yeah, right now I'm pretty much just playing Evil Within 2 and Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. Everything else that I'm playing, I'm just kind of testing out though. But the so far, when you you start playing a new game and you're trying to get it working, and then you got to put this patch in, you got to download this mod, and then you do that, right? Yeah, it does kind of kill some of the excitement because it's not like playing on a console, right? You play on a console, when you're playing on a console, you get that game, you get that game in your hand, it's over with. You put it in and it's gonna work 9 times out of 10. Right, you get some weird shit every now and then, right? Especially these days, because developers like to put out half-finished games and shit, like Cyberpunk. But typically, the good thing about being a console gamer is that that what you see is what you get. You buy the game, you put it in, you play the game. Period. On PC, it's not like that. Even if you got powerful shit, even if your shit is diesel, it could be just one error, like just one conflict within how the game plays versus what you have. Like, because it's really not just a matter of having the most powerful shit. There could be any number of reasons why it just won't work right on your particular computer, or just some type of fix, or the frame rate, anything, right? It could be just don't know sometimes. That's why every time I test something out, I feel like I'm gambling a little bit. Like I'm gambling to see if it's gonna work. It's been 40 minutes. Oh well, I did start streaming early. I gotta remember that too. I gotta remember that. What are your PC specs? GPU, RAM, CPU. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick. Why didn't you watch the video? Now I gotta do this shit. Wait, why my right click ain't working? My right click is now my left click for some reason. Well, I'll just accept that for what it is. Hold up real quick. Oh, there we go. I don't know why that was the case. Okay. My mouse acting kind of funny. But let me see if I can bring this up. 5 hours in the Stalker? I was playing the hell out of that game. What the hell? Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Okay, I guess this is it. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Oh, check out the new right. We upgraded. Oh, I got my Twitter handle. I'm still working on the layout here too, by the way. I'm still working on this shit, but we gonna figure it out. All right, I'm just trying to spice things up. I'm gonna get my Patreon there and Instagram. Right, I was just working on it before, but I'm just trying to hook this shit up. But I think this is where you would find it, right? So AMD Radeon 780M graphics, VRAM 2048 MB. The main thing I was looking for was the RAM, right? 32 GB. because my laptop had 8 GB, 8 gigs of RAM, and my initial goal was to get 16, right? Because I figured 16 is double. So that has to be significantly better. I forgot what it was specifically. Like there was one problem I ran into with the 8 GB RAM. I think it was streaming. I think that was when I really started to see the limitations of my laptop when I started streaming. Because I remember some of those first gaming streams where I was doing like Yakuza, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and stuff like that. And that's when I figured out, oh, I can't even stream in fucking 480p. All my streams got to be like 360 or something like that. Like definitely not 720. And that's when I really just started to feel limited with what I could do. And then I found out that a lot of that has like a lot of your computer's power comes from its RAM and things like that. And I said, okay, if I got 8 gigs of RAM, then if I get 16, then that should be significantly better. But this actually has 32, right? So that's more than what I was looking for. I'm so thankful to Hellbreaker for making this recommendation. I think the one that I was aiming for, the one I was gonna buy had 16. You know, I'm not even sure if I need all 32 to be honest, but it's cool that I got it. And so that when I start pushing this thing and I start reaching the limits of what it can do, you know, I can at least know that it's going to be able to do quite a lot, right? Let me see, 3.79 gigahertz. I don't think that's very high. I think that's mid, right? It's got 8 cores, 16 threads, 32 RAM. Hardware details, powered by AMD. Usable memory size 2048, core clock 27 megahertz, memory type DDR5, memory bit rate 5.6 gigabytes, total memory bandwidth 89 gigabytes. I don't know what the hell this stuff is, but it's something. Software driver version 24. Direct API. Oh, these are just the versions of the shit I got. OpenGL, OpenCL, Vulkan, Direct 3D, OpenGL. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Right. I think that's about it. I think those are the specs, right? And just look at the actual video I put out if you want to see like the other stuff it came with, the ports and all that. It's not really a lot, you know. Again, it's about the size of a. I don't know. It's like barely the size of a lunchbox. Like the lunch. Not even that. Damn, like this thing is small, bro. It's like the size of a portable speaker or something. But I mean, the one of the things that impresses me the most about this shit is just how quiet it is. It's so fucking quiet. It's so like that's what I like most. Even when I start playing games and shit, like it's so quiet. The only time I really hear it is when I'm playing like Resident Evil 2 remake or when I'm I finally did of course when I made the video of me showing the Minis Forum mini PC. That was my first time really using Adobe Premiere again. And it's so fast. And that was another one of the main reasons why I knew I needed a PC. Other than the streaming, it was the fact that Adobe Premiere, editing videos in Adobe Premiere on my laptop was one, just slow as hell. But rendering would take up so much of its processing power that it would overheat and shut down. And I would just pretty much brute force it, right? I would keep just trying it until it would go through. Eventually, it would go through without overheating. But I think that did damage to the CPU, right? Because after a while, at first it would only shut down when I was like rendering in Adobe Premiere. Then it started shutting down when I would be doing the music, FL Studio. Then it was shut down when I was watching like 1080p videos, right? Like anime or something like that. Then, right? And usually it would happen when I was rendering in Adobe, but every now and then it was starting to bleed over into my other activities. And I was like, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. But I finally did that test and it's so much faster. And like it's just the way I'm able to edit and click and cut and add and put the effect. Oh fuck, bro. Like like I feel like a Super Saiyan, but if Super Saiyan was a computer and then you could just go a lot faster. Like I feel like I literally went from base form to Super Saiyan with the difference between these two computers. I still got my laptop over here though, right? I'm not just throwing it to the side or nothing like that. I can still get use out of it. I mean shit, it got like 500 gigs, right? I can use it to put my anime up there or something. Right? And like really I plan on letting both of these work together, right? Because regardless of the fact that this laptop was limited, it got me through a lot, and it's still working. As long as I'm not pushing it too hard, I shouldn't have to worry about it shutting down. So these two are gonna be working in tandem for me for the time being, right? Got a nice little setup here, and we're having fun. What was the main topic? Oh yeah, today's topic is video games though. So we're right on topic. Oh, this is. Oh God. I feel like I'm finally in fucking 2024. God, man. Here we go. 2.2 is the newest that is stable. It came out a few days ago with new updates, but the nightly one is not really needed as it's just very small update. Okay, I got you. Okay, I got it. Well, again, stable is solid. I'm just saying that I've noticed that with certain games, it doesn't really work as well. You know what? Let's test the processing power of this motherfucker real quick. Right, hold up. Before I started streaming today, because this is the game. This is a gaming. This is the gaming show, right? So I don't feel bad about doing this. How I plug this shit in here? I was just about to test Tenkaichi 3, DBZ Tenkaichi 3, right? Because I never played the Tenkaichi games, so I was gonna test that out before I got on. But of course, I had to come stream first. But since this is the episode with the gaming theme, I don't think it'll be problematic to do a quick test real quick. Let me see. Let me extract it first. Okay, I gotta wait for that. Yeah, I'm sure you guys won't mind. But this could serve as an example of what I'm talking about, right? So I'm gonna load up Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3, and we're gonna see one how it runs on stream, but also how it runs in the PS2 emulator. Right? Is it gonna be a hit? Is it gonna be a miss? Let's find out shortly. Just shortly. Give me a second here. Okay. Boom. And I can finally hear the fan. I also notice it picks up a little bit when I'm extracting from like a zip folder or a RAR file folder. All right. So let me see here. PCX2. All right. So let me see what type of settings would I probably need. Let me try the OpenGL. Right. I'm gonna try OpenGL. And all right. So let me see here. Let's see if this works. Oh, okay. Oh, looking smooth. Buttery smooth. Hey, look Look at that low res. That's FMV. You guys know I never played the Tenkaichi games. I never played them because I didn't like the over-the-shoulder view. But apparently these games are so beloved. So beloved. What's up, Vegeta? Oh, I see. That's why. I was like, what, my controller not working? Damn. Yeah, it's working so well. Goku mid, Goku early. What the fuck? Goku end. I'm sorry, I never played this, so I don't know. I didn't know they did that. That's so cool though. Goku mid. Goku early. Kid Goku. Look at this cast out the gate though, baby Vegeta. Fuck. The androids, Frieza's group, Ginyu Force. Vegeta's second form, Vegeta End, Vegeta Scouter. Why he can't be Vegeta early? Why you gotta be Vegeta Scouter? Oh shit. Super Saiyan 2, Vegito. Oh damn. I'm kind of nerding out a little bit. I never played this before, so I'm nerding out just a little bit here. All right. But that was the easy part. That was just right. What really matters is when the game starts. Is it gonna be smooth or not?
Are you ready?
Oh shit. Okay. Oh. Oh, this game is cool. I was such a fool for never playing this. I was such a fool. Oh. Man, I was a fool. And you know the only reason why I did not want to play this game was because it was the over the shoulder view. I just didn't like the view. I wanted to play like a traditional fighting game. I didn't want to I was like over the shoulder, like what the fuck? That's why I never played it. But I can already see why this shit is so cool. How you do a Gallic gun? Oh fuck. But this is an example of a game running very well. Off the rip. I gotta get one beam off though before I get out of here. Big bang attack. How do L2 triangle? Okay, it's easy. Oh! Oh boy. And it looks good on stream too. We're in a new era, y'all. Like this is a new we're in a new era. Over here in Chad Marco land. Oh my god. We can do so much now. We're free. We can have fun. I couldn't do shit. Fuck. This is it. Ah! It's a new era. But let's get some bad news. Right. Let's get some bad news. All right. So, all right, that worked very well. But then let's look at because this is a game I had issue with, right? Beat Down Fist of Vengeance. Let's look at this. This is one where I had some issue. Damn, but that was fuck. We're awesome now. We got fucking Twitter handles. We got Gurren Lagann GIF. My name. 720p. Fuck yeah. Bruh, these streams are about to be lit. I can do whatever I want. I got 7 USB ports. I got a sword. I love this game right here, by the way. But this is just to show off what I'm talking about. So overall, this game runs pretty well, but you'll notice a problem, and I don't know how to fix it. All right, so let me see. All right. So it looks fine here, and then you go out. All right. I mean, you got normal. This is normal PS2 jank, but that's not an issue. We're all used to that. Now when you look at the people in the distance, right? You'll notice like you can see his leg, and that guy over there too, right? You notice you can see like their clothes disappearing and reappearing in certain spots, like yeah. Right, like the clothing textures are like disappearing, and you can see like the skin underneath. Right. Other than that, the game runs good, but it's these little graphical glitches here, right? And I've just been fucking around with the settings, trying to figure out like what the hell was wrong with it, but I ain't figured it out yet. Right. But those are the type of issues I run into so far. But I would say most of the games that I've tried just ran well overall, though. So. You know, usually if there is a problem, it'll be something small. But whoa, we're in a new era. This is a new era, guys. Damn. That was fucking awesome. I didn't expect bit bang attacks. Oh fuck. Tenkaichi is cool. Fuck. I never played that. I never played Tenkaichi, bruh. My whole life has been a lie. What the fuck? Man, I just woke up. Welcome to the stream, BC. And Jim Flam. Marco's got computer super A's already. Dude, I was worried the first day because I was putting my old programs over onto the new computer, right? And one of my old programs is Adobe 1.5, like an old ancient version of Adobe. Adobe Audition 1.5, which is an ancient version of. Okay, Adobe Audition is a music program. It's for recording audio and shit like that, right? And 1.5 is ancient, like from back when I first started rapping and shit like that. And like my friends, they always prefer like 3 or the newer versions, but I always loved the old one. And I do most of my editing in FL Studio anyway. I just use Adobe to record out of just habit, right? And it's got certain effects that I like. But I was putting it over to the new computer, and my new computer like detected malware or something. I'm like, what the fuck? And I found out that it was the key gen, right? The key generator. You know, and it's the way the antivirus shit works, right? They pick up like piracy tools like that as viruses anyway. But I was so worried because like right when I had that like installed it, my computer got like the fan had got louder and shit. And I was like, oh no. But I think that was because the computer was you know, when you install something, you got to restart sometimes. I restarted it and then I had to run an update. And it was the update that made the fan go. But I was paranoid. I was like, yo, already? But yeah, it was just my antivirus Windows Defender being a little bit too sensitive. But I got to protect this thing at all costs, man. Man, I went through, I couldn't buy shit. I spent like a whole month just saving money, bro. Donating plasma, doing chores for my mom. I got some donations on Patreon. My streaming money, like everything I got, I sold some games. I sold like 8 of my PS4 games. Like I put so much into trying to get it. I gotta take good care of this thing, you know. I'm gonna take it. This is my baby right here, though. God damn, bro. Like, I feel so thankful. I'm in a state of high appreciation right now, bro. You know, like I had no like. I knew it would be cool to get a stronger, more powerful computer, but it's so much better than what I thought. And it's not just the things that I was looking for. It's the things I didn't know I did not have. You know, like it's so fast, like it's so responsive. How like I thought my laptop was quick. I knew it wasn't powerful, but I thought it was relatively quick. Like when I clicked on shit like Firefox or boom, bam, whatever, like it took some time, but it wasn't like this a slow ass computer. Cause we got a slow laptop in the living room, right? So I know what slow looks like. But I didn't know what fast looked like. That's the problem. And so I'm like, yo, like by comparison, bro, it's I can see it now. And that was one of the things I didn't expect. I didn't expect it to be like how quick everything comes up, right? Like if I click on FL Studio on this laptop, if it takes 10 seconds or 8 seconds to load up over here, it'll take 3 seconds or 2 seconds over here, right? Browsing the internet, the pages load instantaneously. It's just like bing, bang, boom, 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 bop, 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 bang. For some reason, it's downloading faster. It's like everything is just, it's crazy. I'm nerding out. I'm nerding out right now, but I'm enjoying myself. There's also a wiki for every game, and some games run better with certain settings on and off. It should say in the wiki. Yes. I saw that website, and I forgot why I checked it out. It was one of the games I was trying to get working. But I might need to bookmark that website. But I know what you're talking about because I think I was looking at it when I was trying to get I forgot. I think maybe it was when I was trying to get Super Dragon Ball Z working. Is the Discord set up? Intellectual Shepherds Club, welcome to the stream. It's going to be set up very soon. Very soon. The Discord would be, yes, in 2027. Say the Discord takes. I mean, the Discord is up. It's just not open, right? We've had it closed for a while, but it's been up. It's been up. It's just not open. We've been in there just kind of chopping it up, me and a few guys, right? But I'm opening it back up, right? For all the gang, except girls. No girls allowed still. That's pretty solid. 32 GB RAM is the sweet spot for me. I like playing games with browser open on the second monitor. I like playing games with browser open on the second monitor and other apps. You know, I hate to say it, but I like doing some multitasking like that too. But I got my laptop here, so I don't have to like, split the work. Or rather, I don't have to split the work within the one PC, right? So I got my PC hooked up to my TV, and I got my laptop over here. And depending on the game that I'm playing, I might have something going on the laptop, right? Like watching have like some porn playing or something, right? Or just setting something up. You know, when you go back and you play those old PS2 games, you got a lot of downtime because of the loading. We forget about loading. right? So playing something like Resident Evil Outbreak File 2, every time you enter or leave a room, you got a loading screen. So I hop on the laptop real quick, right? But do something real quick, download something, check something out. I'm on 4chan, then I get back to the game or something like that, right? But it's cool as fuck. I can't even lie, bro. Like I thought I was doing something when I got that computer. I got this PC. I was like, yo. You know what's funny? I think one of the big reasons why I got this laptop was for streaming and recording gameplay. And it recorded gameplay fine. That was cool. But it was the streaming because I had the laptop I had before that one. That was when I hit that limit. I couldn't even record gameplay. So I got this one and I could record gameplay, but I couldn't stream it in high quality. Right. And so that's why I had to upgrade again. So Katudo, welcome to the stream. And Sunset. I think I forgot to say your name. Sunset. Katudo, Chad, do you remember your middle school days? Yeah, middle school was terrible. Middle school was terrible. It was awful. Middle school was, oh god, you're going through puberty and shit. You start noticing girls. Oh, that's the fun part, but but also one thing I can vividly remember about going to middle school was the girls, right? Because we're all going through puberty at that point. So girls are starting to develop. But not only that, I saw a much wider range of girls too. Because when I was in elementary school, because I live in a black neighborhood, right? And so we all just went to the same school. In fact, the elementary school I went to is right down the street, right? It's right up the street from where I live at. And so all of us went to the same school. But when I went to middle school, that was the first time I had like classes with white girls and Mexicans and it was that was crazy. Like I was never exposed to that type of shit. Like that's one of the things I always remember was just seeing like the different ethnicity. Like for the first time in my life, being around different ethnicities of girls. Like that was right. And then you go to gym class, and then girls got on the short shorts. Like oh man, like I have no regrets, right? You guys know I'm firmly in my wizardry right now. I'm hardcore in my wizard bag at 32 years old. But it's amazing that I never took advantage of what was there. And maybe there was nothing there for me because I was a lame, right? I was the weird, smelly kid who got picked on and shit. So maybe, there was nothing for me there. But when I think back, like just just the assortment of available girls and how I never did anything. I liked so many of them. I liked so many girls. And I can remember so many of them in my head. Ones that I like. God damn it. I could list them off. And I never did anything for the most part. Just never did. It's crazy. It's crazy when I think back to it. But yeah, middle school was terrible. And when we got to the second year, because it's 6, 7, 8. The first year we didn't have uniforms. Second year they brought in uniforms, and you had to tuck your shirt tail in and stuff like that. Like it just got worse and worse, bro. Basically. It just got worse and worse. Middle school started off bad and just got worse. And I got a funny story though about going into middle school. I had a bad bedwetting problem when I was a kid. I would pee in the bed, not all the time, but it's like maybe a handful of times out of the year I would pee in the bed, right? And I always remember the first day of middle school because my mom had bought me some new clothes. And I remember I wore these jean shorts that had a Fat Albert face on the lower part of it, right? It had like a Fat Albert face design on it. And I remember the morning I woke up to go to middle school, I had peed in the bed. Right? I woke up in piss, basically. And I remember I was like, dude, I cannot be peeing. I'm peeing in the bed going into fucking sixth grade. Like, this shit gotta stop. And I don't know what it was, bro, but something clicked in my head that day. I never peed in the bed again. Like, the first day of middle school was the last day I peed in the bed. Oh, man. I mean, kind of an embarrassing story, right? But just some real shit. But it's just amazing, though, right? Just how it clicked. Like, it was almost like I decided. I don't know what I did differently. I don't know like what changed in my body because you would think like it's not something you control because I would literally just wake up and piss, right? And it's not like I got better at pissing before bed. I still don't do that. You know how many times I wake up and I gotta pee so goddamn bad, so I just pee in a bottle or pee. Right, piss bottles are still real over here, but but it's it's something that was just out of my control. But it's crazy how it was like mental though, how it was mental for me to just feel like I can't do this anymore, and then I just never did it again. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works sometimes. Can you show your controller real quick? Black Cell Neat, welcome to the stream. Oh, this thing is fucking nice. Look at that. Look at that. I got it from Walmart. It was 26. It was like 26, 27, something like that. This damn thing is nice. And it's wired, right? And you got to kind of expect that with the price cuz I got it for the low. Like this is a solid fucking controller. And it's got like this special material on the front, right? So it doesn't stain. I noticed cause I got a gamepad just like this, right? But it doesn't have this material on the front. So like if your hands are greasy or sweaty, it stains it a little bit. If you know what I'm talking about. Um, it's just something about the material and other what the front material here is very very good because it doesn't stain at all, and it's light, and the wire you can pull the wire out. So if you get a shortage in the wire, you can just replace the wire, right? So that's cool. But yeah, this was $27. It was very cheap, and it does everything I needed to do. So they had some more expensive ones, of course. But I don't really see a need to get that. The only regret that I have, because I bought quite a few things, I got a new mouse. I wouldn't say I regret, but I feel like I'm gonna have to upgrade it. Is the keyboard, right? The keyboard I bought because remember the mini PC don't come with a mouse and keyboard. You gotta have your own shit. I got the cheapest damn keyboard for damn like $12 or something. It does its job, but it leaves me feeling like I'm gonna want something better eventually. But for now, since I broke the bank on the computer, we're gonna be using that. That's a mood, new era about to be. Yes, this is a new era right here, bro. The new Chad Markle era, completely. The shit that I can do now, and I think also like doing what I want to do easier is important as far as like getting more shit out, doing more streams and whatnot, right? Like the fact that I know having like set everything up that I can get better overlays and I can like knowing that I can do so much more, I think is just gonna make me want to stream more. Like I can see myself wanting to stream more on Twitch, more gaming streams, more live, because everything is so much easier now. Everything is so much faster, and like this with this laptop, it was getting to the point where I had to worry about, oh, what if it just shuts down? What if my shit just right? That's not something you want to worry about when you're doing, when you're doing your streams and shit. But now I don't have to worry about that. So it's great to be alive. When I got my first real good PC in 2013, I spent like 2 months inside just playing games, eating junk food. Was such a fun time. you know, I didn't have that experience because I never had a really good computer till now. Right. But like I feel like my 2013 or around that time, that was like Dreamcast era, Chad Marco. Like that was when I had my Dreamcast and I figured out how to like burn the games like on CDs and shit. And so I was just, oh man, I was just playing all the games I wanted to. That was like peak NEET years right there, bro. That was when I was needing for real, right? Like I'm a NEET down, but like I actually stay busy doing productive shit. Like I woke up today and went for a fucking 10-mile run, worked out at the gym for 45 minutes, and then ran slash walked back another 10 miles. Right, that was like 3 hours of basically working out right there. Came back home, cleaned up. Then I did some testing for streaming on Twitch, just trying to get the settings right. And now I'm here, right? And I'll probably eat and chill a little bit after this. And then tonight I'll work on some music or something, or finish up that season 2 Demon Slayer anime review. Just again, but now I actually do shit, right? Even with no job, I stay busy. Like as a content creator, making music. I was making music back then, but like I've always made music sporadically, right? I've never really went hard on music the way I really should have. I always kind of done it sporadically. So I was doing music then, but it was here and there, and but those were the peak NEET years for sure, undoubtedly, because I just wasn't as productive as I am now. Like just the number of things that I'm trying to do. Like I can't, just can't game as hard as I used to. I mean, I can, right? Because I literally spent the whole April playing Fallout. But gaming without feeling like you got other shit to do, right? That was what was special about that time, was that I was just playing games all the time and just didn't really have. I ain't gonna say I didn't have a care in the world, because I was going through depression and shit too at the same time. So I ain't gonna say I didn't have a care in the world, but I just wasn't as productive back then. I'll put it like that. So it was easier just okay, I'm gonna spend hours playing this game and then do it again and then do this, right? That I could just do it like that. Whereas now I gotta actually time shit. Right, I got to allocate my time more responsibly. But yeah, that was cool as fuck, man. But I didn't enjoy it the way you did, because I didn't have a good computer back then. Back then, I had like this old desktop. Like this is before like flat screens were common. I had the real deal. Like, let me see if I can find a picture to illustrate what the fuck I'm talking about. 2000 desktop. I think this is very close to what I had. I can't believe I used to live like this. I can't believe I'm looking at this shit. I like, yo, I can't believe. But did I have the one that the screen was on the box, or was it beside this? Like, I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at it like, did I have one where the monitor was on the box, or was the box beside the monitor? I feel like I might have had both, actually. My God, just looking at these damn things is crazy to me now. All right. I can do it like that. Yeah, let me show it. Let me look at this. Look at this bullshit. But yeah, I had something like this, during that time. My God. Oh, fuck. I literally think I had something like this. This shit looks so cool though when I think about it. Like it's so retro. I wish I had that keyboard. Oh fuck! Look at the now. This kind of looks like the first home computer we had because of those speakers. Man, it's making me kind of nostalgic, bro. Like when we got our first computer and shit. I remember like I don't know how I had. Oh yeah, like when I had my first computer, it came with some games. There were some games I bought, but I can just distinctly remember like the gamble and really just me being so computer illiterate at the time, but the gamble of like buying a game and not knowing if it was gonna work, right? Like I remember I bought like the Planet of the Apes game, like the like old Planet of the Apes game. I don't know if they got anything new, but this is way back when I'm still in school and shit. I remember like buying something like that and just it would not run, right? Like or rather it would run, but it would be like super slow. Shit like that. And then like and that would happen so often. Oh, like when I tried to play Thief, the old Thief games, like they wouldn't work. They would run very slowly. But yeah, this man. Mm. Oh, look at this one. Oh my god. It's sexy too though, bro. Like, I can't even lie. Like this shit is sexy. Like it's so retro. It's cool looking now. I know it's it's so different from what we got these days. Like I got a fucking literally a computer that can fit in the palm of one of my hands now. But this shit looks so cool to me now that I'm looking back at it, yo. Like this was cool as fuck. Look at that. He got the little gamepad. Ah, shit. Oh man, I don't care what nobody say. This shit is cool. The only thing I will say was trying to get porn back in this era was not fun. That was no fun. I made it work, but it was no fun for sure. It was. Oh, this one kind of ugly. I ain't even gonna lie. That one kind of ugly. Trying to get porn back in this era was no fun though. Look at Bill Gates, you monster. Oh man, you. Alex Jones hates Bill Gates. He swears Bill Gates is like the most evil person in the world. Man. All right, I'm done nerding out here. I'm sorry guys. I just whoa. Had to take a trip through memory lane, you know. What's your monitor? I'm just using my flat screen as a monitor. You know, you can the mini PC comes with an HDMI cord, but I already had one, so I didn't really need it. I left it in the box for backup. You never know when you're gonna need a backup HDMI. I've learned that the hard. I think we all have in this fucking house. My brother, my mom, my niece. You never know when your HDMI cord is just gonna get a shortage or go the fuck out or something. And so I tend to keep backups. But yeah, it comes with an HDMI cord, but I didn't need it because already had one. And you know the way these computers work, as long as they got an HDMI port, you can hook it right into a flat screen and use the flat screen as a monitor. So basically, yeah, I've been using the flat screen as my monitor. The unfortunate thing about that though, because I don't have a monitor, I can't do my gaming stream or do my game recordings with this because my PS4 would need to be hooked into the flat screen. So I don't have a monitor for my mini PC to do the game recordings, right? So any gaming streaming that I'm doing right now would have to be on my PC as opposed to on my PS4 or PS2 if I was to bring that back out. But why would I do that? Now that I got a PS2 emulator. But yeah, I'm just using the flat screen right now. But I do plan on getting a monitor. God, I feel like I'm at some point I'm gonna want to do the gaming streams or game recordings off my PS4 again. So I'm gonna need a monitor for my mini PC to do that. So the PS4 can be hooked into the flat screen. But yeah, technology is so cool. I went to boys school. Oh, welcome to the stream, NSR. I don't know who the fuck you are. You went to an all boys school? That sucks. I ain't gonna lie. I get it. I'll miss the version. It won't like I was gonna talk to any girls anyway, but I appreciate the fact that I was at least able to, coexist and be around girls. That was cool. I just, I don't know. That ain't for me. I guess I don't know. I don't think that's. Why would parents do that? I can see why you would want your daughter to go to an all girls school, but I don't see why you would want your son to go to an all boys school. Right? Like, I don't know. Because I just like with girls, parents tend to be more. Oh, great. Oh, hold up. We got a disconnect here. I'm sorry about that. OBS just disconnected for a second. Not that I'm surprised, powerful PC, but we still got hood. We still got hood internet. Oh boy, that's great. Hold on, let's just make sure this shit started up right again. Not that I'm surprised, powerful PC, but we still got hood internet. Nice pass chat, Marco. But yeah, that's just one thing that I've noticed. Parents tend to be more protective of girls than boys. I remember when I was 16, I could disappear for like 2 days and nobody would give a fuck. 3 hours working on physical health, nice wages. Wait, wages could. Oh yeah, God, that's one of the things I dread about getting a job is that I'm not gonna have the time to do shit like that. That's not gonna be in the car. Like I would have probably an hour and 30 at the most, right? And having to do everything else I want to do, work, music, podcast, streaming, gaming, eating, cleaning, chores, the unexpected, right? That's the only thing about that shit, bro. That's the only thing about it. Like, I'm looking forward to getting another job, but damn, like just damn. Like when I think about like the working out part in particular, right? That's the one for sure. Being able to wake up and then just go for a 3 or 4 hour adventure, basically. Just boom, wake, yeah, and not even got to care about what time you get back. Like that's, but it is what it is. My grandma gave me an old laptop when I turned 13, 17 years ago. My life's been downhill since internet access. The internet ain't shit to play with, bro. Cause I remember when I got my first computer, probably one of the first things I did was look for porn. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I remember my friends, they had, in fact, they lived like right down the street over there. And they had a computer before I did. And they had a printer and everything. and they would print out pictures of like Dragon Ball Z porn, right? Like Videl getting fucked by Gohan, Android 18 getting fucked by Dr. Gero, shit, normal shit. And I just remember when I saw that, it just blew my mind, bro. Like I had seen porn before, but I never seen hentai, And even the porn that I seen was like softcore, HBO, Cinemax, stuff like that, where they don't show penetration. But hanging around them motherfuckers, that's when I first saw like hardcore porn, penetration porn. And, dude, now that because I'm going back, man, I'm going back. I can remember my first time seeing hardcore porn, bro. I'll never forget that shit. So I forgot how old I was, but I had to be like, I don't know, 11, 12, 13 ish, somewhere around there. Probably like 12, around there. And I think it was Friday, and we all got off the bus, so it was about to be the weekend, and we went to this one guy's house that he was the friends of the guys I was just talking about, right? The guys with the Dragon Ball Z porn. And we went to his house. I think it was Jamal or Dimitri, one of them motherfuckers. And we went over his house. And I don't know, or rather, I didn't know why we were going over there. It was just after school, we linking up, we just doing whatever. We go to his house, and they just started playing porn, bro. And I remember it was like the setting was like on a farm or something, right? And it was this white woman with fucking huge titties, right? And just fucking and sucking. But that was the first time I saw penetration. I had seen the HBO Cinemax stuff plenty of times, right? I thought that was sex. I thought that's what sex was, right? Like just just two people rubbing together, and then with the jazz music playing in the background, and right, the fucking Kenny G in the back. I thought that was sex. No, bruh. Like for the first time, I'm seeing like dick. I'm seeing pussy. I'm seeing fluids, penetration. It was so mind blowing at the time, bro. It was just like, whoa. I think it was even more special because I saw so much HBO softcore porn before that. And so I thought I knew what sex was. And then I was like, wait a minute. Everything I knew was a lie. But that was when I first. How did I start talking about porn? Oh yeah, computer. Right, because when you say that your life's been going downhill since internet access, usually one of the issues that we run into is getting into pornography, and I'm not any different for sure. There was definitely a time when I was just completely just overindulgent in pornography. I had, to an extent, I had embraced it even back then, but I got to the point where I recognized, what, I need to rebalance things. So I started getting into NoFap and just being more conscientious of like when I masturbate and how often I masturbate. Like these days I try to masturbate like 1 or 2 days out of the week, 3, maybe like 5 times at the most, something like that, right? So I keep it, and the reason why I like to do it like that is so that I can enjoy a bit of semen retention like early on in the week, right? So like Monday through Thursday, I won't be masturbating, but then maybe Friday, if not like Sunday or something like that, that's when I'll do it. And then I'll just get back on track, shit like that. But yeah, the internet can come with having internet access young can come with a lot of problems. And what's funny though is like we are kind of lucky because we don't have the same access that kids today do. We don't have the same level of access that they do. Like they have a crazy amount of access to the internet, right? Because like, dude, when I was a kid, when I first got the internet, we had dial up. You know, dial up is when you had to hook the phone cord into the internet to use the internet. So if I was on the internet, like I'm not even sure. Wasn't it like if you were on the internet, you couldn't use the phone or some shit like that, unless you had had it set up a certain way. But I think like it was like you if you was on the internet, you couldn't use the phone. Like I was on dial up. I remember being on YouTube, and it would take like an hour for a 3 or 4 minute music video to load on my dial up, right? So when you talk about like the difference as far as like access, whoa, right? These like this generation, they got Wi-Fi, they got Ethernet cables, and they're downloading at fucking 30 megabytes a second, 60 megabytes a second, shit like that, uploading, and then porn is just everywhere, easily accessible, easy to download, easy to stream. Games, same thing, whatever, right? So I feel like again, it's good and bad because the access can be used for not just fun things like porn and video games. You can also use it to learn, right? I've downloaded a lot of audiobooks. I've watched a lot of like health channels and shit like that, working out channels and shit. So it's heaven or hell depending on what you do with it. But for a kid, most of the time it's gonna be video games, porn. That's the main thing for a kid. I just play Age of Empires all summer in junior high. What was my junior high game? I think when I was in middle school, I think I was playing like GameCube or something. GameCube, Game Boy. My ritual was, get off the bus, get some zebra cakes, steal some batteries from the store, and play Pokemon Ruby and shit like that. I'm from Saudi Arabia, so as a Muslim, country boys and girls are separated. Not all Muslim countries, though. Oh, shit, Saudi Arabia. Fucking awesome. Oh man, my fan base is global. Man, that's okay. How do you like that? Do you enjoy that? Man, that's a whole different culture right there, bro. Like, yeah, that's not surprising if it's coming from a Muslim country. Yeah, I'm not with that shit though. I'm trying to see some girls, bro. I ain't trying to be around y'all niggas all day. So this is the video game episode. Now that I'm caught up on the comments, wrong screen. So I wanted to actually look into like maybe did I pull it up right? I wanted to look into like maybe upcoming games or something like that. So I'm going to GameInformer.com, and I just want to see like what the fuck is going on in the world of gaming. BioWare leads discuss the making of Dragon Age: The Veil Guard. I don't really like games like that anymore because they always come with some sort of like global homo bullshit, right? Like, oh, look at all the gay characters we got, or look at all I'm so sick of that shit, bro. Like, I'm tired of it, right? And that's why I'm so glad that I can like. I'm the type of gamer that I can still enjoy older games. Like I can go back to the PS2 era before all this bullshit, right? Where every other AAA game they lead with, hey, look at all the black characters we got. Look at the racial diversity we got. Look at the pride flags in Spider-Man. Like I'm so tired of these games leading with this fucking identity politics bullshit. I'm exhausted of it. And then the ugly girls. Oh, look at how ugly I've made the female characters in this game. God, this is why I don't play a lot of newer games, because they all come with this shit, bruh. God. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Part 20. Oh, Super Replay. They brought Super Replay back. Game Informer used to do like playthroughs of video games and whatnot, and I love their play. They have the most comfy playthroughs ever. Like Game Informer and Vash 12349. The whole reason why I wanted to do gaming playthroughs and shit.
Hello?
But the cast is completely different now. That's the only thing about it. Tim Curry, Dan Riker, like all the OGs are gone. That's the bad thing about it. You know, these guys, they alright, you know, but most of the OGs are gone. But you know what? Majora's Mask is such a beloved Zelda game. Everyone quit. It's such a beloved Zelda game, but I could not get into it when I was a kid. And I really just did not like the way the game was designed, you know, with the whole time limit thing where you got to keep resetting, like resetting the time to complete the dungeons and shit like that. Never, I hated that so much that just could never get into it. But I always wanted to go back and play Majora's Mask though. I always wanted to go back just to see, like, did I not give it a fair chance? Did I not, you know what I'm saying? Like, did I allow my expectation of it to be Ocarina of Time 2 to get in the way of me enjoying it? Right? But because so many people stand by that game and love it, but there are also a lot of people who didn't like the way it was designed, just like me. And I don't know. I always wanted to go back and really try to get into it and see, like, you know, would I like it if I really give it a fair chance, you know? Yeah, yes, Dragon Age, the Veilguard has nudity, and I've seen it. Oh boy. Well, I might need to reconsider, you know what I'm saying? What else we got here? EA Sports College Football. You ever met one of your YouTube subs in real life? Not in that order, right? But there are a few people that I know in real life that are subscribed to my channel or look at my channel. Like there's a girl around here who makes beats and shit like that. Like, and I see her around and whatnot, and she looks at my channel. But as far as like, oh, let me go meet up with this crazy person. You know, I'm waiting to get big enough to where I can get hoes that I could link up with and fly out. But it might take a while. Paramount cancels Halo series after 2 seasons. Oh. Not that I give a damn about Halo. You know, I never played Halo. No, in fact, I think I played Halo 2 with some Mexicans when I was a teenager. But it was like in multiplayer mode or something. Man, I remember we went to these Mexican people's house when I was a teenager. Like me and this guy I knew named Cameron. And I remember they had the biggest bag of Doritos. And I was like, yo, it's a big ass bag of Doritos. Fallout Show nominated for 60 Emmy Awards, including Best Actor for Walton Goggins. Congratulations. Shit. I've heard so many good things about the Fallout Show, man. Maybe I should check it out. You know, I'm always hesitant to watch new shit because, again, it's so much global homo shit. I'm tired of like these political agendas being inserted into everything, and that's why I just tend to avoid watching some shit. But and I just feel like Fallout is it's the perfect breeding ground for global homo agendas. But to be fair, Fallout, the very nature of Fallout is kind of global homo when you think about it. Like I've seen people talk about this in threads on 4chan, and it's a great point. Like Fallout, even without being intentionally global homo lies, is inherently kind of global homo. Oh man. Nintendo is raising the Famicom Detective Club series from the dead with Emio, the Smiling Man. That looks interesting. Dead by Daylight gets Lara Croft Survivor today, 2v8 mode and cross progression on the way. 2v8. So it was normally one before and they got two. I never played Dead by Daylight. I was the Evil Dead guy. The casting of Frank Stone terrorizes players in September. The main cast of teenagers. What the fuck is this? This a horror game? Murder Mill. Supermassive game, single player, narrative driven horror game set in the Dead by Daylight universe. Majora's Mask just got reverse engineered, which means it works like a PC port now. It runs great. Oh fuck, is that true? Shit. I might have to put that on the backlog. Let me see. Majora's Mask PC port. A native PC port of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask has been developed, allowing the game to run natively on PC without the need for the original game's source code. The port includes features such as a Steam Deck support, gyro, Ryro, Cairo, Byro. Features. Okay. That's cool shit. That might be the way to go then. Can I bookmark this? I can't bookmark this? Well shit, just somebody remind me. But yeah, that's cool. Fuck. Damn. What the hell was I looking at? Game Informer? Oh yeah. Fuck that dude. Fuck Frank. I don't know, Frank. Hey Marco, I start a new job on Monday, so it's goodbye to needed for me now, hopefully. Oh yeah, Fell Tree, welcome to the street. I mean, look, you know, having a job isn't always a bad thing. I loved my last job. It was part-time and, being a janitor, but shit. So it's not always a bad thing. I look forward to getting my next one because, being broke ain't cute. Being broke ain't cute. The bad thing about being broke is like, you never know when something, and it doesn't even have to be extreme, right? But just when something might malfunction and then you don't have the money to get it and it takes time, right? Like how long it took me to get my little mini PC, which really wasn't like that long when I really put my mind to it. Cause I thought about buying another computer like last year, but when I really put my mind to it, it was this year, like maybe like 2 months ago. But if I had a job, I could have got it in like a week or 2 weeks, something like that, instead of like 2 months. But even simple shit, it be simple shit, right? Like, for instance, if my headphones stop working, like my wireless headphones, like a good pair of wireless headphones can run you like $40, around $40 or something like that, roughly, give or take. You know, and when you're needing, it's hard to get up $40 quick. So like shit like that worries me. You know, it's just when you never know when something that you use regularly is just gonna malfunction, right? Like I got a pair of $100 speakers that I use for music. Could go out whenever, right? And then it's gonna be a bitch trying to get the money up to get it. So, you know, in fact, I plan. You know, I haven't really put a lot of effort into job searching this summer, but I plan on like looking more, um, going into like this is the middle of summer, right? So yeah, like so it's probably like within the next couple weeks I'm gonna start job searching again. But you know, I don't feel too bad about it because I live with my mom. You know, I don't care what nobody say. Like this, the whole era of shaming people for living with their parents. I mean, you can do that if you want to, but I feel like personally, like that's ridiculous now. I feel like now that's so like ridiculous. Like we've seen just how we've seen so much how prices are going up, gas prices, grocery prices, rent, all this shit is getting more expensive and whatnot. And I just feel like now more than ever, do whatever you can to make life easier for yourself or save money. You know, so that's why, I don't really feel too bad about needing to get a job because at least I live with my mom. So, when I'm working, all my money won't go into fucking rent, right? And bills and shit. I can pay her rent, which isn't going to be ridiculous, and I can save money and I can spend money. But like, where do you live? Do you? Oh well, if you're a NEET now, then you must live with your parents or somebody. But yeah, I feel like this is the era of living with your parents for sure. It's because at least that way you can save money, and all your money isn't just going down into the fucking rent drain to a landlord that don't give a fuck about you. The past, present, and future of hip hop and video games. Capcom keeps bringing Resident Evil to VR. Mm-hmm. Open world dress up with Infinity Nikki. What? I'm taking it because it's allowing me to get my own place. Okay, it took me. Oh, and Ganter, welcome to the stream. It took me 2 months for mine, but I had other priorities. 2 months for what? I'm using the Sennheiser Bluetooth ear. Oh, and they were worth it for the work. Yeah, I got like some. I always go for Sony. I go for Sony wireless headphones. I got my job through a temp agency, which might be a good idea. If you, yeah, that's what my mom recommended. Just go to a temp agency. I'm using my. Oh wait, it took me. Oh wait, okay, so hold up. Fail tree. You're trying to get your own place. Why don't you want to live with your parents? Do you not get along with your parents? Or do you just really want the independence of that so bad that you would go ahead and move out, even though it'll be more expensive? I don't give a fuck, right? I don't give a fuck. I'm just I'm trying to figure out what your reasoning is. Because I know for me, once I get my job, I'm staying right the fuck here. Mom willing, that is. She can always kick me out whenever. So, but I'm staying right here. But why do you want to move out? Did you see Hulk Hogan endorse Trump? It was hilarious, such a quintessential American moment. Yes, Absolutely. Oh boy. Can I USA? USA. God, I swear, when you know how much damage has been done to Hulk Hogan's body over the years, his back problems, knee problems, shoulder, neck, everything, like when I see him just standing the fuck up, like I just like it's a miracle. Bro, like his body is so fucked up. You might not be able to recognize it because he's in his mode. So he's probably. I'm not trying to accuse him of anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if he on painkillers or Percocet. But to see him just standing up and doing his routine, man, like it's something because even fucking 20, 30 years ago, like he's had bad like back problems and shit. Somebody, I swear, bro, like sometimes I stop and I think like somebody really just tried to kill Donald Trump, bro. Like he was a hair away from death, bro. Like that's crazy when you think about it. I think we're just so used to look at that dumbass band-aid though. that dumbass bandage on his ear. We're so used to seeing crazy shit now. I just feel like we're desensitized. But somebody literally tried to kill this man, bro. And he like right there on his ear is like the mark of death or near death. Like real shit, bro. It's crazy. We live in a crazy ass world.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You know something? When I came here tonight, there was so much energy in this room. I felt maybe I was in Madison Square Garden getting ready to win another world title. Or maybe I thought the vibe was so intense, the energy was so crazy, it felt like maybe I was going to press that no-good stinky giant over my head and slam him through the mat, brother. But what I found out was I was in a room full of real Americans, brother. And at the end of the day, with our leader up there, my hero, that gladiator, we're gonna bring America back together. One real American at a time, brother. You know something? I've seen some great tag teams in my time. Hulk Hogan and, ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage. But you know something? I see the greatest tag team of my life standing upon us, getting ready to straighten this country out for all the real Americans.
Not a big fan of Donald Trump's VP pick. You're gonna pick the guy that was talking mad shit about you. This dude was like, man, fuck Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a bitch. Donald Trump can suck my dick. He's a racist. This is the guy you pick? I don't know, bro. Man, that was so disappointing. It would have been like God, like he should have. I can say who he should have picked, but people had expectations. Like some people expected like Vivek, the Indian dude. I hate to call him by his fucking race, but that's really all I know him as, the Indian dude. But he seemed like a cool guy. Like some people expected that. Um, who would have been somebody else? I would have loved if he would have picked like Rand Paul. That would have been my pick. That would have been my. Cause Rand Paul is one of the few politicians that I like. He seems like a real authentic person that legitimately cares about putting America first being truthful and forthright with the American citizens, upholding the Constitution, the amendments, and things like that. He's one of the few politicians. You just see like he's a real nigga. We'll just put it like that.
You know, even though you guys are real Americans, you better get ready. Because when Donald J. Trump becomes the President of the United States, all the real Americans are going to be nicknamed Trumpites. Because all the Trumpites are going to be running wild for 4 years. So with the power of Donald J. Trump and all the Trumpites running wild, America is going to get back on track. And like Donald J. Trump said, America is going to be great again. You know, when I look out and I see all the real Americans, I think about how Donald Trump, his family was compromised. When I look out there and I see Donald Trump, I think about how his business was compromised. But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero? And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania.
You notice how he couldn't quite get the shirt completely torn in one go, right? I get it. You're older.
Make America great again.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. I mean, it's no surprise there. With Hogan and the whole racism allegations, he fits in. I hate to put that on your boy, but I just thought back to when Hogan, when the audio came out of him talking about black people in a negative way or something like that. Everybody was like, "Oh, Hogan's a racist," and then it's like, "Oh, Donald Trump is a racist," and birds of a feather. But it's cool. It's cool as fuck. You know, the whole the Trump wave is cool, man. Like, I like this shit. I ain't even gonna lie. I like that shit. You know, initially I was never like a fan of Donald Trump. I always tell this story, like, I only thought it was funny that he won, but I wasn't into his politics or like, right? Because at that point, I didn't care about politics. I didn't care about who the fuck was the president. I never noticed a difference in my life. You know, it wasn't until going from Trump to Biden that I noticed, oh shit, it does matter. Right? And, you know, in my opinion, I just feel like, you know, America was better under Donald Trump. The bad thing about it was that people allowed their dislike of him to get in the way of them seeing the good aspects of his administration and the work that he was doing. You know, it's kind of like if you work at a company or you work somewhere and then you got one boss that does a great job, right? You guys are making more money. You don't have to work as hard. The food is better. You get along better with just everything is better, but you don't like the boss. You just hate him. You just hate the boss. You love the job, but you hate the boss, right? So you get a new boss that you don't even like, but he ain't the guy you hate, but everything gets worse, right? The quality of the food goes down. They hire more people that you don't like, that don't work hard, that you don't get along with. You're not making as much money. You're expected to multitask and do other people's jobs. You see, that's how I perceive the Trump years versus the Biden years. And I've come to realize that Trump derangement syndrome is real. It's real shit, bro. And it's culminating in a fucking assassination attempt. I don't care if the guy that tried to kill him was Republican, Democrat, moderate, independent. I don't care if he was for the king and queen of the Great Britain. I don't give a fuck. That was a prime example of the culmination of Trump derangement system. When you run a 24/7 ad campaign against this man to convince everybody that he's fucking Hitler, that he's a tyrant, he's the next Pol Pot, the next Mussolini, Castro, all this shit wrapped up into one with a dash of Satan. This is what the fuck you get. This is what you get, and it's crazy to me. Like when I see motherfuckers still dick riding Biden, right? Right when you don't you see what happened? Like don't you see like when I swear, dude, like it's crazy to me that I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just crazy to me that people can experience this last 4 years and convince themselves that it was better than when Trump was president. It only feels that way because you hated the motherfucker. And you were either mad that you lost, you're mad that your side lost, or you bought into the bullshit. You bought into the bullshit of the mainstream media, of the news outlets trying to convince you. And then you know what? The craziest thing about these people, this is where the insanity really begins, dude, is when like you had 4 Trump years and you survived. Right? Like what happened to convince you that 4 more years, all of a sudden he's gonna transform into fucking Frieza and blow the planet up? Like what happened to convince you? Right? Like I get it the first time I got you, okay? Because you believe in CNN, you believe in these celebrities, you believe in what you see on the internet, on the TV, okay? Yeah, so you can be fooled that first time, but when you have a side-by-side comparison of gold and shit, and you still choose shit, you are a fucking idiot. And I'm not some lifelong Republican saying that. I'm not some white man saying that. I'm not someone who gave a fuck about politics before Trump or when he was coming up saying that. This is a common sense assessment. You're choosing shit over gold or at least a brick because you just don't like the motherfucker. And you've been basically brainwashed effectively. And it's also a testament to the effectiveness of brainwashing when you think about it too, though. Right? The effectiveness of manipulation through what we see on television, manipulation through what we see coming out of the mouths of celebrities that we idolize, the people that we respect, you know, the news. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to unpack about how people have been convinced to fear this man to the point where he got this goofy ass bandage on his ear because somebody said, I gotta prevent the next Hitler from coming into power. Oh man. God, I went off. What were we talking about? Video games? To save for my gaming PC. So you're saving for one too? There's friction between my parents and I want to get some independence while I'm still in my hey, cool beans. My parents look down on needing, unfortunately. Well, most parents do. My mom isn't in favor of it. You know, I always tell you guys, for me and my situation, you know, a lot of it is just to do with the expectations in the Black community, right? Where unfortunately expectations are rarely very high for us to achieve. And, you know, for the thing about me, right, is that even though I don't have a job, I still contribute and do as much as I can for my mom when I can, right? As far as like cleaning up, running her errands. Now that I'm driving, I can do driving missions like I'm in GTA, right? Whenever she needs help, because she's very like computer illiterate. So, when she needs help with internet, phone, her little gadgets, her smart TV, shit like that, I'm the guy, right? I'm like the living tech guy, really, for the whole family. You know how you call like Geek Squad or something? I'm like the Geek Squad motherfucker, basically. So my mom would just hit me up and get me to do shit for her and whatnot. But most importantly, it's not what I do, it's what I don't do that keeps me out of trouble when I don't have a job, right? And when I say what I don't do, it's normal for young black men to have babies and shit, right? Like so normally somebody like me in my position, I would have like 2 or 3 kids, right? And then how when you in the black community, when you have kids, a lot of us are not prepared for that. And so the responsibility ends up falling onto the parent, right? So like my sister, she has 2 kids. And me and my mom, we've basically halfway raised her first kid. But a lot of the load that she couldn't carry fell onto my mom, right? And so that's why like my mom keeps her the fuck out the house. Even if my mom has to help her with her rent or her bills sometimes, my mom keeps her the fuck away because quite frankly, she's a terrible person. just to be honest. But also her baggage. She got kids and shit. And so by me being a black man with no kid, that's one of the baggage that I haven't brought. But that's the expectation. Again, that's what you expect. It's normal. So I'm supposed to have like 2, 3 baby mamas right now. And then my mom would be like, I gotta get this nigga out of here. He got 2, he having all these babies. Get your ass a factory job and get the fuck out. Right? And so that's one of the reasons why I don't have that same pressure, right? Is because just again in the black community, it ain't so much what you do is what you don't do that can keep you in the good graces of your parents, right? Because the expectation, you're supposed to have some type of drug problem, gang banging, in jail, 2, 3 baby mamas, something. And I avoided most of the major pitfalls, and it's kept me out of trouble. And if nothing else, I'm at least a benefit to my mom. I try to be a benefit to my mom and my family, right? So I do as much as I can for them. So that's how I keep a good relationship with my mom and how we talk about me getting jobs and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, the conversation comes up, but the pressure just isn't ridiculous. That's all I'm saying, because my mom knows how helpful I can be around the house as far as like doing the things that, just picking up the slack, right? But as far as like living with your parents, that is an important aspect, right? If you got to get along with them. If you don't get along with your parents, then it doesn't quite work, right? I'm lucky that I get along with my mom quite well, right? We have friction every now and then, but that's pretty normal between people who live in close proximity with one another, right? But other than that, we get along well enough to where, and my mom, she always says this, and this is true. She says that this house is like an apartment building, really, because it's a 2-story house, and like everybody really stays to themselves. Like my mom, she got her big nice room with her own bathroom. My niece, she has a room, but she doesn't always stay here. She kind of hops back and forth. Like she be all over the place. Right. My brother got his room and I'm downstairs. Right. So we all just got our own little zone. And it's like a little apartment complex. And my philosophy when it comes to needing is just stay out the way. stay out the way and be as helpful as you can be. That's how I've managed to sustain meet them for long periods of time. Right? Stay the fuck out the way and be as helpful as you can. Right? Do the dishes, mow the lawn, sweep the floor, clean up after yourself, help with the compute, whatever you can. And really, you can do a lot. You can do a lot because you got nothing but time. You got nothing but time, and I'm not trying to encourage anybody to be a NEET for as long as I have been. But if you are a NEET, one thing I will encourage you to do, at least foster a good relationship with your parents. Because sometimes a lot of that friction is on us, right? Because it goes back to them and them not fucking raising us very well, right? But as I got older and older, I just started to realize how much more I could do around the house. And that improved my relationship with my mom a lot. Cause she started to say, oh, like this motherfucker is actually helpful. I can get some utility out of this nigga. Right. And especially now, now that I have a car, oh my God, like, now I can really do much more for my mom and my niece and shit like that. So, oh fuck, what the hell? What the hell? What was it? What was it? What was it? Oh yeah, and when I did have I think this is important too. When I did have a job, my mom saw how responsible I was. Right. And so my mom knows with me, it's not an issue of I don't want to work or I wouldn't work. Right. My mom saw like how I got down when I had my job. Like I won't plan. Like if I had to ride my bike 10 miles to work my part-time job and back, I would do that. Riding my bike in freezing cold weather to get to the buildings I had to clean up and shit. Right? Always showing up on time. The only days I missed was when my dog died. Right? And then, of course, I would pay my mom rent. I was giving her more money than what she even asked for. Right. And so I think my mom, she has a certain trust about me. Like she knows my character isn't like, oh, I just don't want to fuck work. She knows you know, that I definitely would work. Really, quite frankly, I just suck at getting jobs. That's just what it is. I suck at that aspect. Like I just tend not to really go hard enough as far as like putting out apps and shit like that. But once I get the opportunity, I make the most of it. And she's seen that. And I think that that's given her a certain level of trust in that she feels like once I get another one, the sky is the limit basically. But I really want one so that I can start saving money and really taking advantage of the fact that I live with my mom and I can save money, I think if you are going to live with your parents, that's, if you're going to live with your parents, then that's one of the best things about it. You can save so much money. And that's probably one of my biggest regrets that I didn't take full advantage of that. Subnary, welcome to the stream. We live. I'm from Portugal. It's common in most of Europe to stay with your parents. It's so comfy. They also don't mind me needing since we're not broke. It's peak life. And see, that's the other thing too. Like America's got to realize like there's some cultural shit too. Right? A lot of that move out at 18 stems from... Okay. Let me make sure we're back. My OBS just disconnected. Okay. Reconnection. Come on, OBS. Hang in there. Hang in there, OBS. Okay. Come on, OBS. Hang in there. All right. We had a... It's my internet. I know. I got you. Yeah, my internet is my hood internet is... Yeah, it's disconnecting. I'm gonna just wait for it to stabilize a little bit. Okay. There we go. I think it's yo. We still got that hood internet, y'all. I'm sorry. We still got the hood internet. But yeah, a lot of the move out at 18 shit, it stems from just America being so fucking prosperous, right? But you could do shit like that, right? 18, just go out and get your first job or something, and afford a house, a wife, and kids, and all that. I ain't saying like it was just easy breezy, but people got to realize we don't live in that time anymore. But you know what I realized too, bro? Like because it hit me recently when I was talking about this with my mom. My mom, she told me that she has it written in her will that I'm going to inherit the house, right? So I have to be prepared to take on the responsibility of that. That's another reason why, I gotta step my game up, get another job and all that. Cause I want to help my mom pay off this house, and I don't think she got that long. Like, cause we've been living here for years. We've been living here since I was in third grade. Right. So, I don't know exactly how much more she has to pay on it, but I want to start working so I can help my mom pay off this fucking house. Cause she already told me that she's leaving this shit to me, right? I'm going to be the sole beneficiary to the shit. So it's my incentive, right? To turn up, start making money and help her pay this bill. Like, this shit is mine, basically. I'm not quite ready. Obviously, I'm not ready to carry the weight of it. So I got to, level up in that regard. But this shit, like people can talk shit about me. This shit is mine, nigga. My mom already told me, like, I'm wheeled up. I mean, she's wheeled up and got me on that bitch to right. This shit fall on my head. But the point is, though, okay, you got parents, right? And they work for a home. Your parents work to buy a home. They live in a home. They die. What happens to the home? Right? Like, wouldn't it make sense to inherit the home of your parents? Now, I'm not saying you got to live with them the whole time, right? Because technically, I could get a job or start making good money and move out, still inherit the house, maybe rent it out. Like, you don't have to inherit it to live in it. But what I'm saying is like, I think most of the time we don't really think about it like that. We don't think about it in terms of like who is going to inherit your parents' home when they're dead? Because you would hope that they would live long enough to pay it off, to at least own it, property taxes, but own it technically. But then what? Like, where does it go? Like, do you just let it go? Do they sell it? Like, what? Like, certainly it should be inherited by someone, right? If not you, maybe a cousin, a niece, right? And so I'm looking at shit differently. I'm looking at shit differently now. Like, and I'm not even saying it like I wouldn't move out though, right? If I had good money, if I had good money, like just bucket money, I would. But ideally, and I know this sounds corny, but if I were to move out, I want to move to one of the houses on the block. Like, I don't want to move far away from my family. I want to be close to my family, so I can always be in position to help them out. Like, I'm not one of those guys that want to just move and leave everybody. Like, I want to be close to my family and be able to help my family, like help my family any way that I can. My big dream has always been like to be one of the first, like, just like strong male pillars within my family, because we've never really had that. We've never had that, and that's like my big dream there. So even if I did move out. I wouldn't want to move very far. Like if I could, I would move like a house away from my mom. Right? Just so I can always be ready to help if they ever need anything. I'm a family guy, just not a family in terms of my kids and my wife. I'm a son husband. I would say I'm lucky enough to have decent savings from crypto gains though, so I don't have to. Shit, man, you balling, you balling, crypto king over here. Shit. Oh, I didn't realize that I didn't turn up the volume. I didn't realize that I didn't turn up the volume on the thing when I played the little Trump speech. I mean the Hulk Hogan speech. My bad. It was playing through the speakers, so you heard some of it. But yeah, my bad, y'all. My bad. Sports and wrestling wrecks your body. Yeah, wrestling in particular, bro. You know, I think like wrestling is one of the most self-destructive sports, if you want to call it. I mean, you know, it's performance arts. um, but it takes such a toll on their body. Oh my god, bro! Like when you learn about that shit, when you learn about like just the injuries and whatnot. Like for instance, it's the house shows, right? So you got the like let's say like SmackDown and Raw, right? Where you're gonna have these televised shows. And you see those like once a week. But they got house shows too where they that don't get recorded. And so these guys, they are getting slammed through tables and doing flips and landing on hard surfaces and just doing all types of crazy dangerous shit night in and night out. Like so many dates throughout the year they got to go out and do that shit. It's not just the televised shows, it's the house shows too. And so it adds up, it accumulates over time. All that flipping and slamming and accidents happen. Like um Stone Cold broke his neck while getting power drive by Owen Hart. And he had lingering neck issues throughout the remainder of his career. Shit like that. Bret Hart he had a concussion after getting kicked in the head too hard by Goldberg, and that led to him retiring not too long after that. And a lot of again just get bad knees and bad back. Hogan in particular, he believes that his finishing move, the leg drop, is what gave him the bulk of his back problems. He was basically landing on his ass, landing on his ass. Every time he did it, and he would do it hundreds and hundreds of times a year, just boom, boom, boom. Trump's R is unmatched. His R is crazy right now. He was already on a roll, but after the assassination attempt, man, yeah. And it was the way he was defiant. Fight. The blood. Oh, bruh. Damn. I mean, I can almost see why people think it was staged because it was just too perfect. It was too perfect, bruh. Escape death by centimeters. Then to rise up on your feet bleeding in defiance and scream to your people, your believers, your supporters, fight, fight, fuck them niggas. Fight. He ain't say that, but still. Fuck them niggas. Yeah, 100 shots, bitch, Young Dolph. Crazy. Yeah, his aura to infinity right now, bro. Did you guys hear the rumor that Hillary Clinton that they're gonna select Hillary Clinton to be Biden's replacement? I heard Alex Jones, so I want to give him full credit for this in case it happens. Alex Jones, his prediction is that Joe Biden is gonna step down by the end of July, right? And now it's July 20th, and Joe Biden caught COVID. Right? And so that could be used as an excuse. Because let's say Joe Biden does step down. I don't think he would want to do it over the accusations of him suffering from dementia or cognitive decline. I think if he would have stepped down, he want to do so with some honor and some dignity. He doesn't want to step down like, I'm mentally unwell. I'm mentally unfit to do this job. But with COVID or some other sickness, that would be a better excuse. It would be an excuse that would harm his legacy a lot less. I'm not saying that's the direction they're going in with this, but I'm just, again, Alex Jones made their prediction, and it just seems like it's ramping up, and you're seeing more and more Democrats and people, his supporters, coming out and saying they think he should step down. And now you have these Hillary Clinton rumors starting up. Right. So like if I go to the Associated Press, beyond like what the first headline, beyond Biden, Democrats are split over who would be next. So they already looking past this dude. They already looking past him. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I saw another headline there. No, I did a few years back when I first got my job. Oh, so you already got your shit. Trump could barely get the wall built, and now people think Trump will be a dictator with that 2025 plan. Yeah, come on, dude, come on, bro. I would like that wall, though. I ain't gonna lie. Let's get that wall, Trump. Let's get that wall, bro. I don't like, why are people so against protecting your fucking border, man? Damn, like that's the craziest shit. Protect the border, close the border, motherfucker. It's just elementary shit, dude. Do you not read about the fall of Rome? Damn, man, protect it. But of course, all this is by design. That's what has to be understood, you know. That's why you would never sell me on Biden. You would never sell me on that motherfucker. For him to act like he had nothing to do with the border being wide open, and then you can fact check that shit right now and see that I think it was like dozens of executive orders or something that they made that allowed the border to get busted wide the fuck open. And then you're gonna accommodate? Like, come on, bruh. Like it's common sense. Like you gonna like, bruh. This is just some common sense shit. This is like if somebody break into my house and I start serving them motherfuckers food and shit instead of bullets. Right? Obviously I'm in on it or something. Something ain't right. Like this is just common sense shit, but you know, people are out of their mind. You had 4 years of Trump. What happened? You still got all your arms and legs. He didn't deport all the black people back to Africa. He didn't bring slavery back. He didn't kill all the Jews. He didn't bring concentration. What did he do to you? What did he do? Tell me. I want to know. What did he do? Where did he touch you? I got you the first time, right? I got you. But now it's no excuse. It's no excuse. I'm white, so out of wedlock births don't fly for most of us. Yeah, that's more, and that's, I hate to say it, but that's just normal. That's normal over here, you know. It's kind of funny because within the black manosphere, the black red pill, there's so much talk about not getting married, which I'm all for. Right. But I feel like really the whole not getting married thing is kind of like black men 101 anyway. Like, or at the very least, we tend to have children out of wedlock very often. Like even the guys who are believers in marriage, who do go on to get married, a lot of times they have like their first kid outside of it. They have their first children outside of marriage and shit like that. So you know, but again, our culture is just different. Our culture, for better or for worse, you know, and I guess for the most part for worse, but our culture is just different in that way, and that this is just different expectations, you know. And so for me to not have kids is actually a good thing. It's a good thing, you know, because it's all too common for and look, and this is the thing, like, because people might be like, oh, you broke and girls don't like you. Yeah, no, cute girls don't like me, but I'm telling you, I know slow niggas that got kids, bro. Like slow niggas, like short bus niggas that got kids, bro. Like it's I'm telling you, like it's now of course his baby mama looked like a gorilla orc, a gorilla orc ape. You know, but still, you know, like that. When I say that shit is normal, is like whether you're broke, whether you're ugly, gang bang, live with your mama, like you can go out here and make a baby. In my community, you can go out now. She not gonna look that good, depending on you, right? Lookism still apply, right? The rules, right? Black pills still apply. Don't get it twisted. But it's there if you want it. That's all I'm saying. You know, if you want, like, if I woke up and said I want to be a fucking moron, I could have a baby by within a year. Like, let me just find the fattest, ugliest, stinking hood bitch I can, and then boom. Like that's all you gotta do. If you want it, you can have it. You and really, I would probably wouldn't even have to dig like that low in the barrel, right? Let me just start acting right. Let me just act like a normal motherfucker for a while. I could probably get me a 5. I could get a 5 pregnant. The trailer part ain't so different. That's facts too, though. You know, white people got their hood. White people got their hood. But the reason why I say black culture is because I feel like, unfortunately, because you gotta think about it, like, no matter what race or culture you're talking about, there is a face to that culture, right? And the face of black culture is degeneracy, hood, ghetto, ratchet. And I'm not saying that's all we are. That's not all we are, but right, that's just the face of our culture. When you think of black culture, what do you think of? You think of sagging pants, you think of rap, you think of gangster, you think of gun violence, you think of pimps and hoes, sexy red. Right, that's just what it is. And when you think of white culture, right, you think of something more prosperous. You think of suit and ties. You think of colonialism. You think of conquering the seven seas, conquering the world, and right, the great armies, of the French, the great armies of right. You think of greatness and success, shit, right? It's just what I'm just saying. It's what it is, and it's like you think about Asian people, right? They have hoods, they got their fucking yakuza, but that's not the face of their culture. You think of bookworms, you think of their cultural or their history as far as like the samurai and things like that. You think of their great work ethic, their intelligence, the high level of safety in their country, right? The lack of, or by comparison, like crime compared to a place like again, every culture, every race, they have a face. Is what I'm saying. But you got Indian hoods, Asian hoods, right? So just being fair, for white people, it's the trailer park. for white people, it's the trailer park. So if you come from the trailer park, then you might understand what I'm talking about, though. You might be going by the same the same rules. Trailer park rules and hood rules, very similar. Just, I would say trailer park, less gun violence, more meth. Oh man. What's your brother like, Chad? You never talk about him here, Tyra. Oh no, none of us. None of us. Well, I actually got two brothers, right? My other brother, he doesn't live with me though. He's my brother from another mother, but we got the same father. Um, I don't know, like he's the cool one. I put it like that. He's the cool one. He has his own issues and problems and shit like that. But overall, I would say he's the cool, like he's the cool one. I wouldn't say he's a Tyrone, right? But overall, I would just like I think he kind of just peaked younger, right? That was the thing. In fact, it kind of goes in line with what I'm talking about right now, where when he was younger, he was a pussy getting motherfucker, but that also led to him having kids young, and so he had to deal with a lot of stress of being a father young, and I think that took a toll on him, right? So I wouldn't say he was a Tyrone, but he was just he was a cool guy. He was cool. He was just cool. Um, but I think he fell into the trap of having kids before he was ready, and I think it just made life harder on him than it needed to be, right? And I think that um he's getting on his feet better now, but I do kind of look at him as an example of what I wanted to avoid, of what I aimed to avoid, right? When I was a teenager, embracing my virginity and embracing me, that was what I wanted to avoid, right? I think he fell into that, but he was cool, right? So it was, you know, I was fortunate that I wasn't cool, so it was easy for me to be a virgin, right? I was weirdo lame guy, so oh fuck, I hit my elbow on the thing there. I spent 12 years as a NEET. I don't mind working now. Yeah, I guess really, when I had my job, I didn't care, but ideally, I would have something part time. Ideally, I want a part time job. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll fuck with full time. Because even if I get a full time job, I can just take advantage of the influx of money to save a lot. And then I can transition to part time from there. So I ain't really tripping on it. Ideally, I get part time, but if I get full time, I'll just look at it as a good money making opportunity to save money, buy some necessities, maybe help fix up the house, some shit like that. But yeah, but when I say I loved my job, I loved the job that I had. Like It's unfortunate that, black owned businesses. It's unfortunate that, quite frankly, the boss lady fucked it up. She fucked that up, bro. It's funny. The lady who owned the company that I worked for, the cleaning company, she inherited it from her mother. And I remember there was this girl that I worked with, and she said that her mom would be rolling in her grave if she saw the way you were running this company. And see, back then I didn't know, right? I thought everything was cool. I was like, why would she say something like that? Now I know. Now I know. But I did. I really did. I love that job. Like, I would love to get another cleaning job. I love the solitary nature of it. If I can, I really want to avoid anything where I gotta deal with people. people are people. You know what I'm trying to say. Since I got my driver's license, I basically became a taxi driver. It's very important to help around the house. Is neat, yeah. I'm basically I'm also the Uber. I'm also the live-in Uber. Well, my mom can drive herself, but she'll get me to run her missions for her. Right? Like, pick up my clothes from the laundromat. Your niece needs a ride to work, or pick up. Oh, go to the mall and get me some Chinese food, or you know some fast food, shit like that. And again, I don't mind. I like being helpful. I like being helpful to the family. So I don't mind the shit. It's a small price to pay, right? When you're not working anyway. You can do what you want. Wake up and go for my little running adventures and shit. Come home, play the game, stream for you, got eat. So I got no complaints there. It's all good. The Discord invite isn't working, man. The Discord can open again very soon. Bitters Plus, welcome to the stream. I ain't seen you in a while. New Zealand, is that New Zealand? New Zealand? Trailer parks are a mix of whites and the native Maori. Maori. Yeah, the trailer park is the white hood. I just think that probably the main difference is just less gang banging, right? I don't know exactly. Like, I know white people got gangs and you got like white Crips and shit like that, and they got like Hell's Angels and stuff, but that's probably got to be the advantage of being like a lower class white person. I hate to say it like that, but is that the lack of gang violence? Because really, that's the worst thing about living in like the lower class black communities. It's the gang violence. All the other shit is is whatever. But the gang violence, that's the worst. Right? Kicking in doors, and then it just makes simple shit dangerous, Like going to a 4th of July party. Oh, got like my city can be rough, but it ain't as rough as a place like Chicago, right? Where it's like, you better not go to no damn 4th of July party or no block party. Man, ain't no way. All right, I think we're caught up. We're good. We're good to go. We had a nice stream today. 2 hours, 51 minutes. I got to test out my new equipment. We got 720p over here. And I could probably run 1080. But one step at a time. We're gonna figure this out gradually over time. But we had a great stream. I don't know. I'll probably be doing more gaming streams on Twitch. Maybe even sometimes I'll do a gaming stream here. Right. I have fun with that little. Right. that little Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi moment there. But I hope you guys enjoyed that stream, and I will see you on the next one. So